and gentlemen, my name is Kevin Jackwitz. This is the Kaged Review, and I wanted to talk today about wrestling, and more specifically Drew McIntyre. And the question I have is, does it look like they are about to give Drew McIntyre a big push or what? The reason I say that is because if you look back in the last few weeks, Drew McIntyre has picked up some very big wins, some very big clean wins over the likes of Seth Rollins, Dean Ambrose. And even when they're in tag team matches, it's typically Drew McIntyre who's going to get the win for the team, which I think is really cool. But then you go back to last Monday, where you have Strowman, Ziggler, and McIntyre, and they're going up against the Shield. And again, it's McIntyre who has the spotlight at the end. And if you don't know what happened, it's Strowman, Ziggler, and McIntyre versus the Shield. There's a lot of chaos in the match. Eventually, Ambrose hits the win, and Strowman said it in like this little promo before the match that if either McIntyre or Ziggler screwed up the match or did anything that would cause them to lose, that they were going to get these hands. And so that's exactly what happened. Strowman walks in, he grabs Ziggler, and he throws him up and hits him with the power slam. And so he hits Ziggler with the power slam, and then Strowman puts his hands up in the air, turns around, and Drew McIntyre nails him with a Claymore kick and actually just wipes him out. Which, if you paid attention, Strowman, you know, isn't really supposed to go down that easily. I mean, there's a lot of guys that have hit them with their big moves and done very little to Strowman. So they really make McIntyre look strong as hell here. So McIntyre hits him with the Claymore, and then he just walks out. He kind of does his own thing. He goes up the ramp, and eventually Strowman gets back up, and there's this big face-off. And that's how they close the show, basically on McIntyre. Like, they show Strowman being pissed off or whatever, but it's really the focus is McIntyre. And so I'm really hopeful that this means that he's about to move into the upper echelon here. Like, he's going to be a top player. I've said from the beginning, since he's come back, the guy looks the part. He is massive. He's 6'5". I don't know how much he weighs. What, 240, 250, 260? Somewhere in there. He's a big boy for sure. But on top of that, he's also incredibly agile for a guy his size. Like, he'll jump and do suicide dives. He'll flip over the top rope. There's a lot of moves that he has that has a lot of athleticism. He has good timing. He actually has some very good mannerisms in the ring. Now, I'm not the biggest on his promo work. It's not terrible, but it's not great. I wouldn't even say I'd say he's slightly below average, if I'm being fair. And, you know, he's got the thick accent, but it is what it is. But the guy is killer. Like, he really is so damn good in the ring. And I don't think I've seen too many matches with him lately that haven't been really, really damn good. And there was even a section with, I want to say it was Raw, but it could have been the Super Showdown, where there was a big face-off in the match between Roman Reigns and Drew McIntyre. And I'm not really big on Roman Reigns, but it was a damn good section of the match. It really was. It was heavy hitting, but it looked really good. And I think in part that was because of the way Drew McIntyre wrestles now. And so I'm really, really, really hopeful that this isn't just something they're doing for a few weeks and then they're going to forget about it, or they're going to put somebody over McIntyre. Like, I really want McIntyre in this push. I really hope he's getting a big push here. So, ladies and gentlemen, I wanted to talk about that, and I wanted to get your feedback. So, by all means, get in the comments. Let me know what you think. Do you think this is WWE setting him up for a major push? Are you glad that he's getting a major push? I personally am. I obviously think he looks the part, works the part. So, I want your opinions. Talk to me, let me know what you think about it. And if you enjoyed this, hit the like button, subscribe, and share. My name is Kevin Jackwitz. Kaged Nation, out.